Hello everybody, welcome back to some more We Like Dota League action. Got another week 1 group stage matchup for you. Another one out of the Crown Division, and this is for the two teams at the top of the Team MMR. It's MUDBOYS versus Team Drip. Team Drip, your reigning Middle Division champions. They took the Sanj Division last year. Crown Division is very similar to what the Sanj Division was last year. A lot of the same teams making their return. Team Drip looking to defend their title here, looking to start things off. And it's a tough matchup with MUDBOYS. We saw these guys go head-to-head in the playoffs last year. And it's a pretty exciting matchup. And these are largely the same teams. MUDBOYS, I recognize everybody but this Gex is on fire. Team Drip, I recognize everybody but Master Salty. I don't know if any of those are just swapped in Steam names or if these are actually new players. But excited to see what these guys bring to the table this year. MUDBOYS, you've got Yams is known for some really scary mid heroes. I believe Morphling might be one of them, or that might be a carry pick they go for, but I think it's a Yams Morphling.
5 seconds remain.
Void Spirit and Ember Spirit also well known for them.
To ban.
So those are some of the less common bans that you have to think about for MUDBOYS.
10 seconds remain.
And they're actually going to target some core roles themselves here with the Ursa and the Outworld Destroyer bans. Team Drip, yeah, they take away that Morphling, also banning out the Nature's Prophet. Very difficult to support, to deal with in the current meta. So, no surprise seeing that get taken away. That's gotta be one of the most banned heroes in the league in this first week so far. Get the Abaddon banned out by MUDBOYS as well. Another top of the meta pick.
Seconds.
Gonna be off the table.
5 seconds remain.
Get one more ban from Team Drip here before they make their first pick. They won the coin flip and took first pick. MUDBOYS took Radiant. Very standard start to the draft in that regard. And yeah, it's going to be the Void Spirit. Not looking to let Yams get their hands on some of their specialty heroes. Curious to see if MUDBOYS will be continuing with some of those strategies. Yeah, it looks like they were thinking about it because Yams gives the frowny face. Team Drip gonna pick up the Lion. Seeing a lot of this hero because very strong in the meta right now, but not a hero a lot of people want to use a ban on, which means very frequent first pick in just the handful of matches we've seen so far. MUDBOYS, they go to the Ember Spirit. I think, yeah, they played 6 games of this Ember Spirit last year, and I think it's mostly because it's the one that gets through the bans after the Morphling and Void Spirit get taken out. It's a little harder to be a hero specialist in this new draft format, which we didn't get to see in this league last year. More bans up at the top of the draft means that you can take out even more of these specialty heroes. The Ember Spirit's the one that gets through and that it does get picked up in the first phase. Does mean that Team Drip has plenty of space to make sure they get a good mid matchup for this Ember Spirit. I'm curious to see what exactly they'll go for in that regard. Also curious how we're going to see Drip line up in terms of roles, because last year they switched things up from the year before, moving around. I think they swapped their support players and switched their mid and carry. I think it's Hedge Fund Manager, aka Zachman, was playing carry last year. Ape was the mid, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure I remember Ape having a really good rate as well last year. I think that was
10 seconds.
Okay.
5 seconds remain.
Okay, looks like Master Salty did play a few games for Drip in the past, so not a full newcomer to the team.
Radiance
might just be that Big Iron
pick.
wasn't available for this week's match. It's going to be the Viper and Lifestealer banned out by Team Drip. MUDBOYS taking out the Abaddon and the Slark. Or sorry, the Abaddon was already banned. They take out the Slark.
Remain.
MUDBOYS open up this next phase of the draft.
Dire must choose.
They're going to go for the Phoenix. Staying on brand for a fiery theme goes with their Chaotic Offering Golem. That is their team icon. Yeah, it goes very nicely with the Ember Spirit, actually, because you get the setup of the Searing Chains, which is an even longer route now than it used to be. Makes it, like, just that hero alone is going to make it a lot harder for them to get on this egg. Snapfire is still in the pool, so we could see Team Drip pick that up. That was actually their most picked hero last year. They played it in 14 matches with a 71% win rate. I do think it was a Big Iron hero, though. So I don't know if... I think Lugano's the other support. Oh yeah, they are going to go for the Snapfire. So either Master Salty or Lugano, or whoever ends up playing support, comfortable on it. You can even stick it in the core role if you really want. But a Lion Snapfire support duo ain't bad.
10 seconds.
I wonder if you could do something interesting with the core Snapfire with the prevalence that Mage Slayer has had. Because you kind of already want to be looking for somebody that can pick up Mage Slayer. Like, Ember Spirit is pretty mixed in damage, but dishes out a lot of magic damage, and Phoenix is exclusively magic damage. You could stick a Mage Slayer on a core Snapfire and just, like, hit E, and then just click on all 5 of their heroes really fast. I don't know how valuable that is. They're going to go with Juggernaut to follow it up, so that'll be their carry hero. Yeah, most likely going to pair that in lane with the Snapfire. Can go with the Lion as well. Enjoys either of those, as they both have ways for the Jug to stay on top of the enemy hero, be it with a stun or a slow.
10 seconds remain.
And just spin away on them.
5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
Anyways, they're going to answer with a Centaur Warrunner. Very strong offlaner right now. They like that lane matchup into the Juggernaut. Can also be annoying for the Snapfire to deal with in lane if that's how things end up lining up. Because if you're looking to take early points in her E to be able to deal with the Phoenix Egg once the Phoenix hits level 6, you can't use it to harass the Centaur Warrunner as easily as you'd like to, because each one of those shots from Little Shredder is going to deal damage back to you as long as Centaur has at least 1 level in passive. One more pick in this phase here for MUDBOYS. Likely going to see them pick up their other support and leave their carry pick for overall last. But if they want to have like a support option, they'll actually get a little bit of flexibility here. I think we most likely see this Gyrocopter as a support, but you can move it to carry as well. I really like that pick in that slot of the draft. If you lane it as the position 4, it goes pretty nicely with the Centaur Warrunner. This Snapfire Lion is going to be pretty scared of all of the stuns coming out, and super heavy damage from the Rocket Barrage. And then once you get that Shard coming online, there's just so much magic damage on this MUDBOYS team. They're looking at an offlaner for this pick. They're going to need somebody that like is pretty happy building pipe. Again, looking for a Mage Slayer builder. I don't think Juggernaut minds too much. It's going to be a Night Stalker, so not necessarily your Aura builder.
Radiant's turn
Maybe a
to
Mage
ban.
Slayer carrier? I don't think that he really wants to go one. I'm curious what their plan is to mitigate all this magic damage from MUDBOYS. They're gonna take out the Faceless Void, so they're expecting this Gyro to be support. I think that's most likely. I don't think we're seeing a ton of the flexibility of the Gyrocopter lately, but it might be something that MUDBOYS are looking to try out.
5 seconds.
Kind of.
remain.
Well, I guess they have the Juggernaut. I'm surprised Drip didn't want to go Faceless Void themselves, honestly, because it pairs so nicely with the Snapfire, pretty good with the line as well. And I know that Hedge Fund Manager plays a really good Faceless Void. I remember watching some of that last year. It can be scary with the Phoenix,
Radiant's
though.
turn to ban.
Because if he eggs outside of your Chronosphere, you don't want to have to go leave to hit the egg. So, yeah, I can see why they probably didn't want it here. Phoenix also has big AoE heals they can dump into it. So yeah, probably better to just ban it. Wind Ranger going to get banned out by MUDBOYS.
10 seconds. 5
This Team
seconds
Drip.
remain.
Most likely looking for their mid laner on this last pick. Still have some flexibility in the draft. You could throw Snapfire in the mid lane. You could throw Night Stalker in the mid lane if you really wanted to. But that's looking like the most likely route for this draft. There would have to be something pretty specific you want if you wanted to shift over either of those heroes. Primal Beast is going to be the other ban. So worried about some high magic damage coming out from the side of Drip, as well as that big initiation from the Primal Beast. Probably a little annoying to play for the Ember Spirit to play into as well, because the Primal's so good at staying on top of you.
Remain.
Right now it's only the Night Stalker, the Night Stalker is a pretty good answer to the Ember Spirit. You've got that AoE silence, you've got the tools to stay on top of him, chase him down with the Dark Ascension. So that's probably going to be their main plan for handling this Ember Spirit, alongside the instantaneous stun that the Lion gives them. Phantom Lance are going to be the last ban from Team Drip. Heal's been having pretty decent resurgence lately, so no surprise to see that one taken out. They definitely have ways they can deal with it. Juggernaut is going to have a farming item that will help chunk through it. You've got some AoE damage, but not amazing tools for it, so I like the PL ban here. No ton of reserve time left on either side, so we're going to see Drip's last hero here soon. What do they want for this Ember Spirit mid-matchup? It's going to be the Monkey King. Interesting. It's another decent egg hitter. Likes to hit pretty fast. Often will pick up an Echo Saber. Leaves you with 3 melee carries, but they have good initiation, so you're not really worried about MUDBOYS getting away with just like a high damage magic backline hero here. It means the Snapfire is really happy to cookie any of these cores, and I think the Aghanim Scepter has been good on Snapfire lately, so all of these heroes are happy to get gobbled up and spat out. What do MUDBOYS want to answer this with in the carry role? I feel like you need something durable. You could go like a Chaos Knight. I don't know how good he's been in the current meta, though. I feel like I have not seen much Chaos Knight. But yeah, that's exactly what they go for. Okay. Curious to see how well it works, because I think it's a really good place for him when you've got these 3 like solidly damaging melee heroes for the cores of Team Drip. It means you are going to be you're going to need somebody that can deal with just like them running at you and clicking on you, and Chaos Knight is a hero that deals with that quite nicely. I gotta say, I like what MUDBOYS are cooking here in this game 1. The hatch draft is fantastic from all 10 heroes in this game. Holy cow, this is one of the best hatch drafts I've ever seen. You got the Juggernaut Arcana, this Ziggy G set is decked out, Centaur right in the front looks great with that golden horn and that helmet. Ooh, it's good. Yams is rocking a great Ember Spirit set, Rise is fully decked out, even with the Emerald Hand. Master Salty with the big golden claws. Oh, that's a tough one. You got the Monkey King Arcana 2 and the expensive Snapfire set. Oh, does Team Drip win the Drip draft? It's so close. It's so close, but I think I gotta give Team Drip the edge. But that is a hats draft for the ages. They are coming out strong in this game 1. Who cares about the mechanics of your draft when you got hats like these? You're taking home the more important title. Yeah, I feel like both teams got a lot of what they wanted in this draft.
Prepare for
So I'm hard pressed to call who won the draft. I think I like MUDBOYS draft a little better. I feel like it's a little more well-rounded. With, I mean, it's triple melee core on both sides, double ranged support. Doesn't surprise me too much in at this day and age. Used to be something that could be seen as a real weak point in a draft to not have a ranged hero in a core role, but I think right now it can really work. MUDBOYS smoked up invading the triangle, nobody home there as Team Drip sat themselves fully top. MUDBOYS maybe considering looking for something else here. Looks like they'll just chill out, smoke expires. And it'll be a normal splitting of the runes. So we've got Yams on the mid Ember Spirit, Moose Style on the off lane Centaur Warrunner. Gex is playing the Phoenix, which I think is going to be position 5. We've got Font Forward on the Chaos Knight, and Ziggy G on the position for Gyrocopter. Font Forward and Ziggy G have already cast a few games. They covered a ton of our matches last year, so I knew I couldn't let this match go uncasted when they were looking for a caster for it. On the Drip side, you've got Champion Ape rocking the the flair of winning last year's tournament in this division on the Monkey King in the mid lane. Top side, you've got Logano on the Snapfire Hedge Fund Manager on the Juggernaut. First Blood goes to Yams in the mid lane while I'm still trying to do introductions. My mistake, sir. Searing Chains. Oh, Searing Chains under the tower. Brutal. Nicely played by Yams. Good punish there. And rounding out our introductions, we got Master Salty on the off lane, Night Stalker, and then Rise on the position 4 Lion.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you.
In all the WLDL traditions, we have an incredible hats draft. We have me missing First Blood. And taking quite a bit of tower hits, is going to get hit by the Boundless Strike. Just be forced to back off of the wave. Gives Monkey King a little bit more space. Pick up some farm. Logano's sitting a little low up here in the top lane. Probably getting hit by lots of damage from this Rocket Barrage from the Ziggy G. I think it's going to be quite hard to see a kill in this lane, but you have enough magic damage between Double Edge and Rocket Barrage. Like, Logano has to play super safe in this lane, I feel like. Especially once you get to level 2 and you have the homing missile. That becomes scary. Does get a nice scatter blast there. Getting some good harass onto both of them. And bot lane, there's going to be a stun up on Font Forward to follow up the Void from the Night Stalker, but it looks like the Chaos Knight's going to be okay for now. Doesn't have a point in Chaos Strike yet, so it doesn't have that innate sustain which did get reduced a bit in a recent patch. Which I think is why we haven't seen as much of the hero. He's going to get Earth spiked up again. That mana drain, absolutely brutal. Topside, it's actually going to be Logano finding Ziggy G. Master Salty trying to dodge out those Fire Spirits. Rise setting up is going to get the Lotus down in this lane. Up top, get that Death Summary before it goes away. No! I had it and I clicked off it. It was a cookie and a spin. That's how a kill is going to happen in that direction in this lane. The goal for the rest of this cast is to see at least one kill on the screen for all of you. If I can get you at least one kill, I will feel like I've done some semblance of my job. Got the homing missile coming in, hit with the double edge. Dono just on the edge of the tower, they're gonna get the stomp. They have enough damage, another double edge comes out, and one last attack from Moostyle will do it. We've done it, we've observed a kill. Might get another one here as Moostyle gonna get run down by the Blade Fury from Headphone Manager, who continues to look forward towards Ziggy G, but the Rocket Barrage making them reconsider. Healing Word is there, but picked up by Ziggy G, so Headphone Manager not going to get too much healing out of that one. Style makes their way back to lane, maybe going to look for something right off the bat. Headphone Manager still sitting a little low. I think we'll be safe for now. Mid lane, things have quieted down a bit. Yam's going to pick up that Water Rune, refill that bottle. May have even gotten both Water Runes there. The mana drain from Rise. The damage on the mana drain, yeah, 2 points in it already. It's so annoying to play into, and this is a double strength hero lane, which makes it even worse. 363 mana, 339 mana. Pools are going to evaporate very quickly. As we get into the first nighttime for Master Salty, keep an eye out for the Night Stalker to get a little more aggressive. Check out things top lane. PDG sitting a little low, but healing back up with the Tango. Sit even 2 kills apiece now. Pretty farming. Team Drip out ahead in the farm department by a good amount. Champion Ape actually quietly building quite the lead over Yams on this Ember Spirit. 31-10 to 16-2 is the biggest differential here between any of the cores. Down bot, Master Salty is the one actually getting brought low. It looks like was pulled in by a Reality Rift from Font forward. Able to survive for now. Definitely wants to be able to find something in this nighttime, but into a Phoenix and a Chaos Knight, it's easier said than done. As Gex gonna snag that Lotus, and Master Salty wanted to contest it, but you get the stun up from the Earth Spike. Master Salty is quite fast. Now it's Rise getting brought down a little low. One more hit from Font forward will do it. Rise is brought down, so MUDBOYS take the lead 3-2 now. Up top side. Style getting brought down to even out the kill score. AG may be in a little bit of trouble too. Still doesn't know that Rocket Barrage. Here's a teleport in from Yams. Gonna get the Searing Chains. Logano's gonna be in a bit of trouble. Wants to try to find Ziggy G off the back. The Scatter Blast and the Cookie to survive for a bit, but the burn damage from the Flame Guard is going to bring down Logano.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rotation does mean that Ape is going to get a decent amount of damage going on this tower. Has the siege creep as well. So already below half health on the middle tower on the MUDBOYS side.
Never refuse gold given.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
Juggernaut is super low.
The Radiant glyph is now active.
Logano's back in
Radiant's middle tower
with the
is
Tango. I
under
really like that teleport over here. It's down bot. Master Salty. Able to take advantage of that nighttime, tracks down Gex and gets the kill. Rise going to continue to harass with that Earth Spike. Yam's sitting pretty low over in the mid lane as the mid tower has fallen. Has some bottle charges, so going to heal right back up. But Ape with the level advantage now. Take a look at the net worth, and it's Juggernaut up at the top, followed by the Monkey King. We had Rise scooping up the Wisdom Rune. Dire side, Ziggy G gonna head over and get the Radiant Wisdom Rune. There's gonna be a bit of a contest for this regen rune. Yams is gonna be able to nab it. Boundless Strike coming just a moment too early. It does look like Ape is gonna look to make a rotation down towards bot side, and Font 4 gonna get stunned up. Follow up with the silence from the Crippling Fear. Don't quite have the speed to stay on top of Font Forward. It's Ape. Hop up into the trees, looking to connect. You also get the rotation from Ziggy G. Find themselves in trouble as they get the stun out from the Chaos Bolt. Now Ape gonna jump in onto Font Forward, gets the slow and gets the kill for Master Salty. Homing Missile gonna connect with Ziggy G in a little bit of trouble. Throws out the Rocket Barrage, and Moose Style gonna make the rotation as well here. They want to try to see if they can punish their rotation from Ape. But not quite to level 6. There's no Stampede yet, and looking for another Primal Spring. Oh, Ziggy G, gotta be careful, wants that Lotus. Master Salty now gonna go forward, and they're gonna immediately set up with the Boundless Strike onto Ziggy G. And it's a killing spree for Master Salty, who picks up that kill as well. Ape hanging out in the area would be very tough for MUDBOYS. Is Logano making a rotation over? They're actually going to go onto Moose Style, caught up at the side of the tower. Ape threatening to use the Wukong's command, but hanging on to it for the moment. It's actually just going to teleport away, but now Yams comes down, gets the Searing Chains. Ape completes the TP over to the mid lane. They don't have their Monkey King to be able to contest the rotation from Yams. Moose Style still a little low. Yams jumps forward, gonna finish off Rise, and they want to try to find Master Salty, but just a little bit too fast with those phase boots. Gonna scoop up a Bounty Rune. Yams maybe still have a chance here. Master Salty sticking around in the area, kind of caught in no man's land, and now gonna get rooted up. The combo with the Phoenix. The Sunray burns down the Night Stalker, and the sun rises, so Master Salty be respawning
Radiant should look to their
back at the daytime disadvantage for the Night Stalker. Yeah, you do have the little interesting interaction that we'll eventually get to see, where when Supernova is coming down, it's going to turn off nighttime for the Night Stalker. A little bit of extra advantage for MUDBOYS with the Phoenix. Topside, Hedge Fund Manager just about at that Maelstrom at 11 minutes. Pretty solid timing for the Jug. Ziggy G. Gonna scout things out, maybe see if they can set something up. Nobody else really hanging out in the area. Maybe now could be in trouble as the Dark Ascension's gonna get popped bot side. They're looking to find a kill on Font Forward. The heals are there from Gex from the Sunray. Now gonna turn with the Illusions. Try to set up onto Master Salty instead, see if they can turn it around. Being hit by the Fire Spirits, so gonna be attacking pretty slowly for now. Having to run away, using that advantage of the Dark Ascension flying movement. Nobody will go down for now. That was interesting. Seemed like it stayed. I think just graphically it looked like nighttime for a little too long there. Ape setting up but under vision, so they're gonna get the homing missile from Ziggy G. Force Ape out, but they use the Stampede set up. Turns in Wukong's command, but the damage coming up from the Sunray, they bring him down. Font Forward does fall to Rise with the Finger of Death. The jump forward with the Supernova, they're going to just have to split, but Yams is there right on top of Rise, and it's a double kill for the Ember Spirit. Master Salty is the one who manages to escape. MUDBOYS look to take this Tier 1 tower bottom. Got the siege creep, so as soon as this Fortify runs out, should be able to bring this one down. Got the Mage Slayer almost done on Yams. Gonna mitigate a lot of the damage from this Lion. Honestly, there's not a ton of magic damage on the Dire side, but Mage Slayer has just been so good in this meta that definitely something you still build.
Never refuse. You are most gracious.
Monkey King doing some sneaky things. Can jump into the trees and immediately look to Primal Spring in onto Moose Style. Follow that up with the Mortimer's Kisses, and that brings down the Centaur. Meanwhile, though, Rise was brought down over in the river as MUDBOYS make their rotation up towards top side. Yams would love to find a kill here onto Ape. Ape really staying true to the name here with the Monkey King.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Keyword from Lugano. Clears out that vision they had on high ground. It's going to make it a little bit harder if MUDBOYS want to find something to initiate here. Is they're going to stick their whole team now. No, front forward's falling over. Gex setting up on that Wisdom Rune.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
MUDBOYS, they're going to set up to take this top tier 1 tower. There are a few of Team Drip in the area. They can look to contest here. No Mortimer's Kisses for a bit. They do have Wukong's command ready to go.
Structures are fortified.
The Home Missile going to get brought down. Master Salty make the rotation off on the side. Pops the Dark Ascension is in on top of Yams. Ape looking to join him. They bring down this Ember Spirit. Hedge Fund Manager gets a very nice Omni Slash. Picks up the kill onto 2. Lugano has fallen, but Moose Style now in trouble. Caught in the middle of all 4 of these heroes from Team Drip.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
Gex with a little bit of an awkward Icarus dive TP, but ends up working out. Able to escape, but it's Team Drip making the big defense of their tier 1 tower. Getting a great fight off of it. Salty checking out the Wisdom Rune, but Gex had already picked it up. Yams is going to make the rotation up top here. Wants to defend, but a lot of Drip is still in the area. It's going to get pinged out. We're going to set up with the Boundless Strike. They get the chains and is able to Remnant right back over the tower. Plenty safe enough. They actually have surprisingly good options to deal with this homing missile between the Snapfire and the Echo Saber builders. Are they going to have another Echo Saber on Night Stalker? Maybe eventually. No, it looks like it might have died on that courier, actually. This Drip. They're going to set up in this top lane again. Moose Style and Yams, be a little bit careful as the rotation comes around behind them. They start with the Hex and the Stomp. Mortimer's Kisses. Setting up on the Yams, the Finger of Death is there. Master Salty trying to run down the Ember Spirit, and as the Stampede runs out, oh, Remnant's away just in time! He's on like 50 health there. Yams just barely able to get out, had that Remnant ready to go. Now Lugano wanted to try to find the Remnant on the other side, but it's going to go down. Ape throws down the Wukong's command. MUDBOYS is going to try to back away from it as the rest of Drip looks to connect. Going to look towards Ziggy G. They jump forward with the Primal Spring. Rocket Barrage is dealing a good amount of damage back towards Ape. Ziggy G able to survive for now somehow, and they're going to turn with the egg to discourage any more chase forward because Yams and Ziggy G are so low. Moose Style looking to chase in. Ziggy G still wants to be a part of this fight on basically no health. Moose Style getting brought low. The Boundless Strike doesn't quite connect, but neither does the Stomp. Everybody just ends up backing away from each other.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nobody, just Lugano died there. Again, still playing with fire a little bit here. It's going to get hexed up into the Earth Spike. Take some shit from the Little Shredder, but Flame Guard is actually going to be able to run down Rise right under the tower and then Remnant away. Gex looking to get in on the action. He's going to get slowed up by Master Salty. Yam's looking to help Gex escape. Now Master Salty's maybe the one in trouble when the cookie comes back. Meanwhile, elsewhere, we actually had a solo kill of Hedge Fund Manager on the Chaos Knight. Pops the Omni Slash and is able to bring down the CK, so that's a really big one for Team Drip. Hedge Fund Manager's kind of in a different universe already in terms of farm. It's 2,500 gold, but that's like the whole lead that Team Drip has in what has otherwise been a real close game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
My pension.
Style is farmed up Veil Discord. Almost got that Blink Dagger ready to go. Veil will eventually be a Shiva's Guard, of course, which has been a big part of why Centaur Warrunner has been so good right now, is the strength of the new Shiva's Guard. Gex has the Force Step, make this guy even more evasive. Biggie G has the Shard on Gyrocopter. Scouting out this camp is gonna see Font forward farming here. Pings it out. Lugano looking to jump in as they're gonna drop the Wukong's command, bound the strike to hold in place. As the Phantasm's gonna be able to try and turn this with the Sunray. It's Ape getting brought down to thing the Wukong's command. Lugano gonna get controlled up out of the Mortimer's Kiss as Font forward getting brought low. Hedge Fund Manager spinning right in place, gonna try to bring down the egg as well. Now uses the Omni Slash. That means that the egg is going to be able to land, so it gets the stun onto Font forward, but does get the double kill on Font forward in the end. Hedge Fund Manager now trying to escape Moose-style, looking to get the rundown, and the damage from the Rock Brows. The Shard from Gyro kills Hedge Fund Manager. Ziggy G picks it up, and it's the unstoppable kill streak going to the Gyro. The Team Drip, they get 2 important heroes, but they lose 4 of their own. Very nice fight from MUDBOYS. Master Selfie looking to make something happen on Ziggy G. Has the Echo Saber done. Can tee off, but nighttime has just run out. So saved by the bell. Ziggy G able to walk away from the Night Stalker. The Gyro Shard is so ridiculous.
Double damage.
Like Ember Spirit picking up a Veil of Discord of their own. Yeah, that's how good Shiva's Guard is now, is that you really don't mind having 2 of them on the team. Centaur gonna look towards that Eternal Shroud. Further ways to mitigate the magic damage. Snapfire like has the Solar Crest coming out, looking to amplify the damage of really all 3 of their cores. Really no bad targets there. Curious, are we seeing Mage Slayer getting picked up by anybody? Monkey King looking at the platform bar. Hedge Fund Manager has the Mantis-style Maelstrom, looking for... Yeah, the full Mjolnir is online now. And line up with the Yule Scepter timing of Yem, so both teams may be looking to go for something here. Yem spots out those Lotuses disappearing from the pool. Knows that Master Salty is over there, and gonna choose to stop playing in that area. I'd love to be able to see some of the damage breakdowns. I feel like Rip's problem here, the later this game goes, is going to be mitigating magic damage. But you do have Blade Fury on the Jug for 80% magic resistance. You're going to have BKBs on the other 2 cores in not much time, so it looks like that's going to be their plan.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
MUDBOYS is going to go set up for their Tormentor. Should go down pretty quickly, bringing this thing here over to it. He's be starting off a little low, so has to be a little careful, but is going to survive, and they get the Shard for the Phoenix. This is a big one. Sunray inside the Supernova means that you can get big heals and damage while using the egg. Also very nice because of the blind applied by Sunray. It's just a small amount of blind, but it's the little things that can get you. It's a small amount of blind that builds up pretty quickly, and helps the supernova survive. Sure that it connects. Does mean the BKBs are going to be even more important, as that will stop them from getting blinded by the sunray.
Eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
MUDBOYS, they're looking to set up around Roche. They scan out, see that Drip are not there. Drip's going to follow them through the Twin Gate here. Toronto. What's that D ward they'd already set up here? Drip, they're going to make their way through this portal, but MUDBOYS, they're set up on the other side, and this is going to be troublesome. Yams immediately has the chains. Nagana goes down in quick fashion, Rise as well. Hedge Fund Manager trying to spin, but MUDBOYS, they set up beautifully. They take down 3. Knowing that Drip expect them to already be in the Roche pit, they sit right on top of that gate and clean house. This is going to be easy first rush on for them. Also tips the net worth lead slightly in their favor. I mean, it's been close this entire game. Our biggest lead of the game so far was like 3,000 gold. Yeah, MUDBOYS up at the top of the charts now. See what they plan to do. It looks like they want to push immediately towards a tier 2 with this Aegis timing. Put it on the Ember Spirit as well. They're expecting Font Forward to be plenty survivable with this Chaos Knight. Yam's getting that second life. I feel like Storm Spirit's the one that's known for loving an Aegis, but all the spirits like having one. Hedge Fund Manager looking to set up to defend. Or just pick up some farm here. Maybe be caught in a little bit of a precarious position. Gex looking to at least push him back. Now the rest of Drip's arriving, but Font Forward has the initial catch on a Hedge Fund Manager. That spin forced out early, and the homing missile's on its way in. It's going to connect. Wukong's command out from Abe. Hedge Fund Manager going to survive for now with the Omni Slash. Abe trying to survive, and the Wukong's command gets brought down by Moostyle. Font Forward does go down. Hedge Fund Manager able to turn it around and has the healing ward to get back up to full. Yam's trying to deal with these heroes of Drip at the back of the tower. Needs to kill that healing ward to help make it happen. Logano jumps in, gets the cookie onto 2. Rise does fall to Yams. Damage over time, the ping comes out. They finally kill the healing ward. Hedge Fund Manager able to escape. The missile goes out. Meanwhile, in the backlines, Master Salty is going to chase down Moostyle. Now just looking to escape from these supports. Comes forward, the Dark Ascension's ended, so back on the ground, but still plenty fast in nighttime. Now they make the rotation back to join the rest of the team. Nice cookie. Sets up on Yam. Still has the Aegis, though. Continuing to burn down between the Sunray and the Flame Guard. Now the chain's over on Master Salty. Yam's looking to bring down this Night Stalker. No fear in this Ember Spirit's eyes as the Night Stalker does go down. Gets the Yules up, survives for now, still has the Aegis as he jumps over to the high ground. Yams is all over the place. Gex now the one trying to survive, doesn't have a Supernova. Gonna get the slows, but now slowed down themselves by the Echo Saber. Gex looking like they're gonna get left to go down. Yams maybe looking to find something in the backline on Rise. Does not end up going for it.
Never refuse gold given. The flames rush forth.
Everybody mostly back to farming. Still got about a minute and a half on this Aegis. MUDBOYS could look to make something happen here. The Shiva's Guard done on Ember Spirit. Gonna have their second Shiva's Guard soon. Hedge Fund Manager's finished an Omni Slash, or finished an Aghanim Scepter for the Swift Slash. Lugano in the mid lane gets set up on under the Yules, gets stomped. Have the Stampede so they'll be able to immediately chase after that Cookie and bring down the Snapfire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
MUDBOYS gonna focus now on the mid tower, still a minute on the Aegis. Maybe want to look to set up around that timing. Yam's gonna play very far forward, wants to get full use out of that Aegis. They're gonna hex him up, they have the Wukong's command as well, so it looks like the Ember Spirit is going to lose that first life. Sunrays there. Ape getting brought down to half, and now onto the back line. Fawn forward already very low. Hedge Fund Manager gonna finish him off, but now they turn towards Master Salty. And they bring down the Night Stalker. BKB starting to run out on Ape, but able to hop up to the high ground. Yam's now getting chased back down to low ground. Moostyle in, but a nice dodge. Still gets stunned though. Yams, they look to bring down Lugano again, but a nice Glimmer Cape there. Able to get them out for now. Now the stun from the homing missiles. Yam's way up on the high ground, but has the remnant. Able to finish off Lugano. A little bit of tick damage from the Searing Chains. They go right back to that mid tower. Great use at the tail end of that Aegis, taking the fight. Ends up, I mean, at the end of the day, being a 3-for-3. But you always take an even trade when you have an Aegis because it's not really an even trade. Yam's queuing up the Radiance next on Ember Spirit, looking for a way to set back the physical damage being dealt, the auto attack reliance of these heroes. Is now we're gonna see the Mage Slayer being queued up by Ape. Looking to escape, nearly gets brought down by the Stomp. Very nice dodge away with the Primal Spray.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Smoke up from Drip. Maybe looking towards Moose-style farming this Ancient Camp, but Centaur is not your favorite hero to get your initial initiation on. They're going to look to Cookie, but a nice dodge with the Blink from Moose-style. Now I'm going to set up on Gex. Very nice Earth Spike. Gets the two of them. Now Master Salty jumps in. Hedge Fund Manager as well. Moose-style taking the full brunt of this Omni Slash. Actually survives it, but does not survive the Blade Fury that follows. Ziggy G looking for a way into this fight off of the side, but Yams is in on the back. Throws out the Finger of Death, but it does nothing to this flame-guarded up Ember Spirit. The Rise goes down, the Mortarous Kisses rain in, Supernova off on the side. They pop the Dark Ascension, but they know the Omni Slash is already been used. Swift Slash, though, up onto Ziggy G. Now the Wukong's command, Yams may be in a little bit of trouble, caught out alone. Gex not having a way to get into the Wukong's command. Dives forward to get the slow. But Yams has already fallen, and so Drip, they end up getting a good engagement, and Eagle cannot find a way to stop Gex from TPing out.
is under attack.
As Drip ends up finding...
Top tower is under
Still getting themselves a 5v4 there with Font Forward off on the other side of the map. Great time for them to smoke. Swings things back their way. You can see still, like... Yeah, we still haven't had more than like a 3k gold lead in this game. Absolutely crazy for a game one. Hedge Fund Manager working on the Shiva's Guard next. Gonna be the answer to mitigate some of this life gain, get out of the Chaos Strike, and even more importantly, Sunray. Gex, I'd love to see the healing numbers that Gex has. I don't think that's a stat. But Sunray's been big in these games for sure. Got a Solar Crest, so Gyro going full team assists here with Solar Crest done, and the Guardian Greaves in the queue. Games actually get to see reconsiders the Radiance is going to look for a Gleipnir, get some more control going. Yeah, Holy Locket on the Phoenix as well, so just an absurd amount of.
Dire are scanning for
We're still going to go back for the Blade Mail on the Centaur. Their answer to all the damage that gets dished out by these heroes. We're going to get another smoke up from Drip. Hedge Fund Manager looking to play a bit of bait, and they want to look towards that Roche pit. Roche is back up. Hedge Fund Manager will see Ziggy G scouting this out, though. They know how close by Drip is. The Dark Ascension going to get popped. Shoots forward. They have the homing missile in the area now. Swamp forward. They're gonna set up on this Chaos Knight against the Phantasm. But there's a ton of damage going in, and Font Forward's gonna fall. Moostyle trying to get in on the backlines, gets the stomp onto Regano. This fight continues to develop off on the side. The Supernova gonna come out, trying to survive, but Hedge Fund Manager right on top of it, and the egg is cracked. Master Salty now jumps forward onto Yams. Drips already brought down 3 in this fight, and now the stun up. The Ember Spear goes down. It's Moostyle left all alone. Wants to try to find 1 kill on Master Salty, who's going to get brought down. It's a full team wipe for Team Drip, and that's going to set them up to take the second Rotom, claim an Aegis and a banner. Just like that, Drip now with the biggest lead of the game. Off of a pair of massive team fights for
Tamed his mighty pride.
There's so many darn wizards.
So Aegis on to Hedge Fund Manager, and Drip now the ones in the driver's seat. And they look to take their first Tier 2 tower of the game, starting with the bot lane. EG looking to be in position to maybe try to defend, but all of Drip bearing down, and the rest of MUDBOYS getting their farm elsewhere. This Tier 2 tower will be surrendered.
Its bottom tower is no more.
Yeah, just finishing the Maelstrom. Now looking for a BKB next, rather than finishing the Gleipnir. And concerned with the amount of control that they get from the Crippling Fear from Master Salty.
Illusion.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Put a Lotus Orb on Snapfire. Good way to dispel off. I think the biggest thing is the Searing Chains. The amount of control that gives them. Mage Slayer done on Monkey King. That also, I think we probably saw the effect of that in that last fight. Anybody hit by this Monkey King, oh, that's gonna apply on Boundless Strike, isn't it? Oh, that's gross. Yeah, the Mage Slayer is gonna be big on this Monkey King. Pause for a font forward disconnect. You're right back into it though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Lotus Orb. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying for Ziggy G. Magana doesn't choose to reflect that one. Yeah, the homing missile for their homing missile getting reflected by the Lotus Orb. Very luckily, they're mostly using it on Juggernaut, who doesn't have a shard yet. Although I think you might need Rocket Barrage as well for that to work. I don't know whose level of Rocket Barrage it uses. I feel like I've looked into that interaction before, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But I want to say even if you reflect the homing missile on a hero that has shard, it still doesn't Rocket Barrage because the hero doesn't have Rocket Barrage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's current makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Money changes hands.
So, under a minute left on the Aegis, MUDBOYS have done a good job mitigating the impact of this second Roshan. Just playing things safe, not taking any fights, waiting it out. It has meant a big gain in farm for Team Drift. They're now 13k ahead. A lot of that gained since the Roche was taken. They've gotten quite a bit of map control as well as all of the outer towers in the duration of this Aegis. Quick pickup of the Tormentor is a shard for the Monkey King. Don't know how many people like using the mobility that it gives you on the Boundless Strike. But is a little option for them to work with. Yeah, I wanted to try to find... It might be gone now. Where did the banner at? They even take the banner. I didn't see where it got used. I've been curious because it's so new to the game and I feel like a lot of people are still figuring out how to best use it. They're gonna look to make a connection here. Boundless Strike onto 2 does jump to the end of it. And they're looking to make a connection with the Dark Ascension. Able to escape for now. And actually Yams on the backline finds the kill on Rise. Where the hell is this Ember Spirit? That was the BKB getting used by Master Salty, forced to retreat out from under the tower. Yams are just back in the base. I have no idea where that kill on the line happened. I guess it happened here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Couldn't figure out where Yams ended up after that. I think he got the kill and then just ran into home. They're gonna look to smoke. They want to try to find something not too long with this Lion dead. But they have a good read on where these heroes are. They see them farming up and pushing out the creep wave top. MUDBOYS gonna run their way out there. Looks like Rise will be back in time for this fight. Edgefund Manager shows on this wave. MUDBOYS could look to connect down here. Playing it safe, not showing yet. Brings out the regen rune. They continue to look forward. Now they're gonna make their way back. They saw Master Salty, so they're gonna jump forward. They get the stomp and the pullback from the Chaos Strike. And they're gonna bring him down. They find the kill to start things off with Master Salty. Ape gets the Wukong's command off, and the Omni Slash on Font forward almost brings the Chaos Knight down. Now here's the heals from the Sun Ray, but it's not enough. Now turning towards Ziggy G, but gets stunned up, and they can set up. Moose Style has the stomp to follow it up. The healing ward is down. Legato throwing out the Mourner's Kisses. Yams jumps forward, gets the roots onto 3. The Primal spraying Yams, has the BKB now. No fear, brings down Rise. Gets hexed up by the Lion now, and they connect. No, that's a Scythe on the Snapfire. Yams able to survive for now. Legato finally gets brought down, so both supports on the side of Drip dead. Hedge Fund Manager still chasing forward, no fear. Swift Slash brings down Gex. Moose style. Going to look to TP away. He will be able to do so.
Scanning for enemies.
Ends up being a good fight for MUDBOYS, but not quite as clean as they'd like. Them a bit of footing back into this game, though.
Where's my pension?
Yams back to work on the Gleipnir. Centaur looking at a Heart of Tarask next. Really get that beef going for Moose style. He has the Basher done. We'll have to build that fully into... Oh, there's the Roshan's banner, so it hasn't been used yet. Saving that for a future push. Yeah, looking to build the Basher fully into the Abyssal Blade. It's 15 seconds to the next Roche, so this is gonna be possibly the game-defining fight here. It's Team Drip still with quite the lead, but MUDBOYS have shown that they can still win fights, even from this position. So the third Roshan has respawned on the Radiant side for the moment, so carrying the banner and the Refresher Shard. Drip looking to set up around the pit for when he makes his cross back over to the Dire side. And MUDBOYS not currently in a position to contest this. Yam's going to look to get some pressure on the mid tower. And Drip took the last one, so there's going to be the roar that tells MUDBOYS that this is happening. Hear the roar now. But MUDBOYS, they're going to give up this Roche. Fortify is going to get used to try to slow down Yams' push. It clears out the creep wave. Get some of the illusions from the Chaos Knight into the mix as well. Aegis is claimed, and yeah, so they get the Cheese and the Aghanim Scepter. I think that was the Aghanims for the Monkey King, carrying the Cheese as well. Aegis on the Juggernaut. Yeah, that was a big golden injection for Ape. 21k lead now. They don't quite finish this tower for MUDBOYS.
Unlucky find.
Not feeling like they were in a position to contest the Roche fight. They did a good job surviving the last Aegis. And it's not an easy high ground to push into. Got Gex with tons of long-range abilities, both supports, EG as well. Always have to be afraid of the Blink Initiation from Moose style.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Plus, we're going to see Yams continuing to go to work, keeping all of the lanes pushed out. Actually may look to set up here. Yams and Hedge Fund Manager is going to walk past each other here. I-5 offered, and yeah, knows that the Remnant is coming. So they both just clear their respective waves. And move along. Drip, they're going to bring in the bottom lane. See if... Who did that Roshan's banner get passed off to? Did anybody have it? I think I saw a ping that he dropped it. He wanted to pick up other stuff. Did somebody else take it? Did it get you? Does it have a map icon?
Dire's top tower.
These are
is
things I
under
would
attack.
like to know about how this banner works. Hedge Fund Manager gonna go up the high ground, has the Aegis. So for now, no fear, just going to hit away the tower under Blade Fury. Now going to be forced to back away as Blade Fury expires. They have these options for Drift to slow push the tower. Get in under the spell immunity and chip away. Already got it down to just above half. That's the other way I can look for the banner. Do any of these creeps have a buff on from there? There we go. It's in the mid lane. There it is. We found the banner. Get the Dark Ascension pop. Master Salty maybe looking to make something happen. Maybe just setting up. Now going to jump in. Silence onto 2, but gets Yule's up. That gives Yams the space to escape. Font forward now. Reality Rift back in, but it has the BKB. Meanwhile, the tier 3 tower going to fall. Hedge Fund Manager just going to work on the buildings. Moostyle jumps in, gets the stomp. Get the Reality Rift. Can they find the Juggernaut once? No, it's a massive Earth Spike from Rise. Now Yams getting brought lower. The heal's enough from the Phoenix. Able to remnant away, so with the respawn, everybody's still alive in this fight. Moostyle in with a massive stomp onto 2. Hedge Fund Manager able to survive though, but Master Salty gonna go down. Another big Earth Spike. Rise finally gonna get brought down in the chip damage. Now ZG brought down though, Hedge Fund Manager getting slowed up. Doesn't have a Blade Fury for a few more seconds. Can they set up around him? But Font 4 getting brought low. Ape teeing off on the Chaos Knight and going to find the kill. Dex back in with the Sunray. Hedge Fund Manager getting so low. There's a homing missile chasing him. And Logano find the way to chip it off. They do have the heals, but no. Godlike streak down. Logano falls as well. Ape looking to escape. The Monkey King on the run. Can they find him? The homing missile going to connect. Can't quite dodge it. Stun from Moostyle is there. It's going to be a full team wipe from MUDBOYS. It costs them just the one buyback? My goodness, what a defense from MUDBOYS. Yeah, they lose the Chaos Knight and the Gyro. The Gyro buys back, and they kill all 5 plus the Aegis. She's used as well in that fight, so MUDBOYS. Insane defense. They're back just barely favored in the win probability. There are buybacks available across the board for Drip. See if they look to punish MUDBOYS here, because they're not going to have their Chaos Knight with them for a few seconds. Yam's going to work on this top tower. Moostyle going to take down the middle tower. Fortify comes out now, refreshed by the first tier 3 tower going down. Yams actually gets that top tower first. 2 tier 3 towers down. Are they going to find a barracks? They'll get the ranged barracks here. Respawn's coming up. Master Salty going to go in. Sets up the Earth Spike from Rise into the Mortimer's Kisses. Ziggy, this is the hero that used their buyback, getting run down. Primal spring forward, but they don't quite connect, and the heals are there. Now going to get Yule's up. Trying to survive. The homing missile comes out. ZG is going to fall. Down in the back lines, though. Yams has already brought down Rise. Rise forced to buy back. It's just Yams alone chasing down the supports. Now could be in trouble as Hedge Fund Manager and Master Salty look to connect. Yams goes down. Does have buyback available.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
So now it's Team Drip who gets the defense. They do lose a set of barracks and a half. So slight lead in terms of buildings for side of MUDBOYS. "52 minutes into this bonkers game 1. Now Drip's turn. Try to push down again. Still going to be a bit before Roche is up. 1.5 minutes before he has a chance of respawning. 3 minutes after that. They don't have the buyback on the Gyro. They don't want to use the buyback on the Ember Spirit. But MUDBOYS now at the buyback advantage off of that fight. As Monkey King and Lion both forced to use theirs. Rift is going to be farming things up. Juggernaut working on an Abyssal Blade. But the Abyssal Blade done on the Monkey King, looking for a refresher to have the double Wukong's command after getting that free Aghanim Scepter. If they're gonna make their push here again, and they have the tools to just get some chip damage in and escape, it's like they'll look to bring down this tier tower. Gonna commit the Manta style, but Fortify's there. I'll keep it alive long enough for both the Ember and Gyro to respawn. Gonna spot Lugano here. Has the Lotus Orb, so Yule's off the root, but the longer route is there now. Rise looking to help out. Gets the Earth Spike onto Yams, and now looking to connect. Here's the Wukong's command, it's the big ring. And that just forces MUDBOYS to disengage. Master Salty looking to chase forward, used for the Dark Ascension. So a lot of ults committed now. Hedge Fund Manager wants to pick up a quick little free Aghanim shard for somebody on the team. They actually all have their Aghanim shards, so it's just a bit of gold. MUDBOYS now at the advantage of the ultimates. Only committing Stampede, Wukong's command, and Dark Ascension used. Master Salty's gonna find a double damage ring here. Or an amplify damage ring. Yam's up in the Dire base. Gonna get hexed up by the Scythe into the Earth Spike. This could be trouble, but just has to get out long enough to have the Remnant. But stunned up, and the Finger of Death. Yam's brought down! It's absolutely punished trying to find the kill on Lugano and split push things out. Now has the buyback, of course, so big voice lines come out from Drip, but it's certainly have the tools to defend. It does mean that they won't have the buyback if they have to use it here for the initial defense, so not going to have it in that team fight, but still at the buyback advantage for at least the next 4 minutes. Tier 3 tower going to fall, Hedge Fund Manager chunks it down and uses the Blade Fury. Buyback from Ember Spirit, that's going to force Drip to back away before any barracks are taken. Drip, they get what they come for. They get the Yams buyback. They look to continue to push in here. So now, that buyback on the deck isn't even 3-3 in who has them available. Gyro's going to be up soon. Master Salty has another Dark Ascension. Not going to be able to find an opening here. Yam's continuing to split push things out. Wants to threaten that top barracks. Be a nice pickup if they can get it. Wanna get some vision up in the face. Right under a blue ward though. So MUDBOYS able to find that one.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Hedge Manager gonna make their rotation. Close to TP by the split push of Yams. Roshan is back up. Somebody's pinged it out, so at least one team considering if they want to look for a play there. We get the smoke from MUDBOYS. Lugano thinks they're just finding Gex, gets the Scythe. Now they're going to turn around, has the Lotus Orb ready, and has the Glimmer Cape. No detection available yet. It's like Lugano actually going to get away with this. Font forward, looking for something, but just going to run into Hedge Fund Manager. Gets the first hit, bash into the cookie. Chaos Knight controlled up, has the Stampede, but no chance to run away. Master Salty in deep, looking to find Ziggy G. Commit the Wukong's command, but MUDBOYS able to escape from it. Ziggy G getting run down by Master Salty. Crippling Fear out onto the Gyrocopter, gets pulled back in by the Harpoon. Yules to survive for now, does get brought down, has buyback available in a few seconds. Buyback now committed by Font Forward. So a tough defense here for MUDBOYS, but they'll have all 5 heroes as Gyro buys back as well. "57 minutes in, Drip in the lead and at a significant buyback advantage now. And it will be even bigger in a minute and a half when the Monkey King and Lion buybacks come off cooldown. MUDBOYS, they've put up a hell of a defense. Found their way back into this game for a bit, but now it's going back the way of Drip. The win probability still within 10% difference.
Under attack.
Insane for a 58-minute game. There's an absurd amount of farm on this Juggernaut. Like, so much of this lead is in the hands of their carry. They're going to look to take this next Roshan, and it's be a tall task for MUDBOYS to try to defend. It's like they're going to have to give it up. It'll be another Aegis and Aghanim Scepter. I think there's a good chance this Aegis goes to the Snapfire. See it go for the AoE Void, but you gotta give it to Lugano. You could also give it to Lion. Maybe free up the slot for it there, get the AoE Finger of Death going. Yeah, Ryze is gonna scoop it up.
Unlucky find.
Aegis on Jug, Cheese on Monkey King, and Aghanims on Ryze. Got the Boots of Bearing done on Lugano. Got so many ways to amplify the effectiveness of this massive Juggernaut. Has the Butterfly, so even harder on these heroes to deal with them. Kind of reliant on the magic damage from the rest of the MUDBOYS team. Yam's continuing to get tons of value out of the mobility of the Ember Spirit, keeping the waves pushed out. Plenty of time to work with the Aegis. We are past the 60-minute mark. Have a tier 5 token available on the Juggernaut. Is not decided what they're going to use with it yet.
This'll come.
Pirate Hat for the Monkey King. That big attack speed buff and the bounty runes for later. I wonder if Hedge Fund Manager just got bad options on this tier 5. Is still not choosing to use it. BG maybe looking to find a tier 5 token of their own. Oh, it's going to be a Mirror Shield for Yams. That is big for the Ember Spirit. Apex is chosen by Juggernaut. Lugano going to be found by Yams. Gets rooted up, but has the Glimmer Cape once again. What else do we have? Tier 5 token in the stash of the Phoenix. Apex picked up. Ryze still sitting on a Ninja Gear. Lugano has a token. Eye out for what that gets traded in for. Master Salty also sitting on their token. Giant's Ring going to be used by the Chaos Knight. Oh, that's a big horse. Unwavering Condition for Lugano. I don't think I've seen this in a game yet. So Lugano now locked at 1500 HP, but gets 95% magic resistance. This Snapfire... Did it make your model size smaller? The Snapfire looks tiny to me suddenly. Maybe it's just because I saw the Chaos Knight is so big.
Under attack.
Giant's Ring for Master Salty as well. Saw the Pirate's Hat on the Monkey King, so it's just Ryze with... oh no, Ryze got a Book of Shadows. Nice option for saving or disabling. Most styles still deciding what they want, which probably means they were not offered a Giant's Ring, because a Centaur War Runner would absolutely love one of those. It's going to be the Mirror Shield for most style. What else did we get? Book of the Dead for Gex. Necro Book creeps, helping push things out. and then Ziggy G still making their decision on the tier 5. Maelstrom picked up by Snapfire as Logano, level 24, so almost ready to start to turn core. That definitely reduced the model size, right? Like this Snapfire is so small.
This'll come in handy.
It doesn't say that it does that, despite Giant's Ring saying it does, as Yams teleports to the wave. Logano nearby. Looks like we'll be okay to do this. Logano looking for the setup. I mean, 95% magic resistance may actually be able to go toe-to-toe with the Ember Spirit now. The frame rate continues to get worse as the game goes on. Apologies for that. Roots up on Hedge Fund Manager. Concord jumps in, but gonna get stunned up by the Earth Spike. Aegis has just run out, so that's what MUDBOYS are looking to set up around. Now the Mortar's Kiss is coming in on Yams and Clock Forward. Supernova gonna get used. Hedge Fund Manager rooted up, getting hit by the Sunray. Now rooted up again from the Glipe here. Moose Style still sitting at plenty of health. Master Salty, this is absolute chaos. Linkong's command is in. Gonna just use that to set up on the barracks, try to finish off another one. Now both sides done with their mid-rack. CEG gonna get silenced up, they have the stun. Style with the stomp onto 2. Now a little caught in no man's land, still has tons of health from the Heart of Tarrasque and the Strength Blink. Now they jump forward, Dark Ascension has ended, Master Salty getting brought low, finally a kill is found, has the buyback available, and now Yams gonna be traded for, has the buyback back up, is going to have to use it. Omni Slash going off, for just the Swift Slash, is forced to back away, Font Forward is so low, getting controlled up, finally brought down as the Chaos Knight, 2 minutes, not available for another 20 seconds when the buyback is back up, Primal Spring out for Ape, and Yams is brought down again, no buyback available on the Ember Spirit, as Moose Style will fall as well, does have the buyback on Centaur, using the Wind Waker to try to escape, but both supports are so low in the back line. Gex brought down, Ape is in on them, Ziggy G falls as well, no buyback there. The Monkey King is finally brought down at the edge, and there's big illusions here as the Chaos Knight is back up. Hedge Fund Manager trying to escape now, they get the cookie. Have Drip overstayed? Have they dove too deep? Do MUDBOYS still have a chance here? 3v5, Monkey King has bought back and teleports back in. They have the heals, Drip back up with plenty to work with. Now another Dark Ascension. Just looking to finish out this game. Font Forward getting controlled up now. The heals are there, but it's not enough. Surviving for now, but finally the Chaos Knight goes down, and GG is called. 66 minutes in, Team Drip take a bonkers game 1 over MUDBOYS. The reigning champs of the division start things off with a win in the 2024 season. My goodness. Woo, that was a hell of a game. I mean, Drip held the lead for a huge portion of that game, but it was a small lead. It was back and forth for so much of it. Finally able to get a bigger advantage as the game goes on and winning a handful of crucial team fights that let them close out this barn burner of a game. MVP, I mean, I think it's got to go to Hedge Fund Manager. 18-3 and 18 on the Juggernaut in just a league of his own in terms of farm. Like, my goodness. Alright, that's going to do it for us for game number 1. I'm going to check in. I think I'm going to stop stream there and let another caster pick it up. So I think that's going to do it for us. I will raid us over to the other stream. Yeah, looks like that's going to be the plan. You'll hear from me again if that changes, but otherwise, thanks so much for joining us. I will raid you guys over to the other stream, so you can catch game 2 there. Thanks so much for joining us, and looking forward to more of this very exciting WLDL season.